Here is why some of the smartest investors, entrepreneurs, and family offices are actually starting to quietly reposition themselves here in Puerto Rico. Because when you start following the capital and not the hype, you start to see exactly what they're saying. Over the last few years, the private equity ecosystem has mobilized over $44.8 billion. And that's before you factor in multinational companies like Eli Lilly with $1.2 billion, Amgen with $650 million, and also Coopervision with $500 million, which is making Puerto Rico one of the strongest pharma and medical device hubs in the entire US territories. Now, if you combine that with what the federal government has committed, and Congress has appropriated more than $62 billion for recovery and reconstruction, with FEMA being awarded over $23.4 billion to rebuild critical infrastructure. That's $60 to $70 billion in federal capital already in motion, hardening the commitment towards energy, water, transportation, schools, hospitals, and also community assets. And here is the largest single bucket that I have found in the data metrics from actually working personally in the market: energy. Puerto Rico's 10-year grid plan confirms $12.8 billion in upgrades, most of it FEMA eligible, to rebuild and decarbonize the island's power system. So when you see federal money, private equity, and corporate investing aligning with the same thesis, that's a market signal that you don't ignore. Transportation and water are next, with over $900 million for roads and bridges, $473 million for public transit, and $67 million for drinking water and wastewater upgrades, which isn't a disaster response. It is a long-term federal commitment towards growth. So why are thousands of high-income earners and family offices actually relocating themselves and their assets here? It's not just because of the weather or the lifestyle. It's actually because of the combination of tax incentives, capital flows, cost efficiencies, ecosystem growths, and the chance to rebuild in a market that's being rebuilt from the ground up with billions already invested, so that you can have peace of mind making a smart investment purchase or purchasing a property here. So before you assume that Puerto Rico is just a risk due to the location and the weather, I want you to consider this. If the federal government, Fortune 100 companies, private equity firms are all deploying capital here, then what information do they know that you don't? I'm not crazy for telling you that Puerto Rico is a good investment. I refuse to blow smoke up your ass. I'm relying on the data that has been shown to me through working with the community and working with some of the top developers and luxury specialists who are leading the market and leading the community. So if you want to position yourself in the next decade of growth being engineered right here in the highest appreciating assets, then you need to understand Puerto Rico before the rest of the world does.